It was very, very hot in your tiny little studio room. A frozen meat on the floor to do some kind of convection cooling.
Oh, I needed something cold.
Where did you find it?
Found meat.
I asked around the neighbours, and someone was like, yeah, I got a ham. Why do you need a ham? And I went, can I have your ham, please?
I didn't even know it wasn't your meat.
So what I did is I cooled the studio with a rotten ham. That's what glamour looks like. All right, so I've been given an actual, order of stuff to cover, which is wildly radical to me, and I'm already scared and confused. So apparently first I'm meant to, make sure people are introduced.
Oh, yeah.
Which, again, scares and confuses me. So the question I've been told to ask first is, 1, who are you? Combined with number 2, warts and all, how did you get accidentally roped into this circus back in the day? I would like to start with probably you, Martin, since technically this geezer co-founded all of it.
I know. I was there in the beginning. Before there was an RSS feed, before there was a website, before there was a company.
Just a dream and a debt.
A dream and a debt, yes. I still have the text messages about us organizing our first meeting, which you said, oh, sorry, I can't be there, I'm really busy, which is hilarious.
I was.
It was your company.
Look, okay, I have been warned that there will be significant shade cast today, entirely at my expense, and I will point out, vindication. This is my standard response to all shade. Vindication. It's fine.
Yeah, so I don't know how many IT people you knew. I don't know how many IT people you asked before me, but yeah, I got a request to, Martin, can you build a podcast website? And I lied and said yes.
That's how I remember it.
But yeah, and then just sort of through what I knew, I Googled it, and it said try WordPress. What's the worst that could happen? And then I had a go at making a website, putting some shows that you'd recorded on your little desk there, and
spoilers. God.
Yeah, I know. Sorry.
Massive spoilers.
Yeah, it was basically that. It was just have a go, see what we can do. We'd known each other through a housemate. This is exactly as rambly as you thought it would be and out of order. Yeah, there we go. We had a mutual friend whose birthday we're going to in September. August, sorry.
Yeah, get the dates right for these people who do not know this person.
Yes.
Make sure you give their full name and their home address.
Yeah.
Dox them, Martin.
Dox them, Martin.
That's my brand, that is.
Martin doxing people by accident, Pratt. Okay, cool. Yeah.
You're all going to learn real quickly why some of these people don't get out in public and don't get shown to people. Yeah, worth bearing in mind, Martin still runs all of our tech.
Yeah. That's me.
Martin is a testament to, I can Google that. People think I'm joking that there's a large team behind Martin. Martin still runs our tech.
Yeah.
No, really.
Yeah.
When they say there's no I in team, they're wrong, because Martin is that I.
No, it's a Y, mate.
It's a Y. There's a Y in this Martin. Not the other Martin.
Yeah.
I know, I'm hilarious, right?
I enjoyed it. Don't do yourself down, Alex. If you really stick with it, I reckon you'll go far.
Okay, speaking chronologically, technically then this becomes your problem, I
Yeah.
believe.
Okay, cool.
So how did I rope you into this? What did you do? Why are you here?
Yeah,
Who are
sure.
you?
So
Who let you in here?
So I'm James Ross, he, him, and I first met you when I was part of an improv group, Fat Kitten Improv, and we were touring, and we were doing various universities. I met you through your uni improv society. We did a bunch of shows together.
I was teaching improv badly.
Yeah.
He was teaching it really well.
Yeah. Yes, and then make shit up, and then lead with confidence.
That's no and correct. No and correct.
No, you're wrong about this. Not going to pull a gun.
Yeah,
no,
it's
don't
not
do
yes
that.
and, it's actually. It's a really good way of doing it.
So we did that, and then we sort of just kept in touch, and we were sharing a flax. You were being a producer for a sketch group that will remain...
Producer? How very
Director?
dare you? Goddamn-lutely.
Okay, so...
Producers do real work.
Alex was a director for a sketch group that will remain nameless because they're riddled with chlamydia.
To really start to see how much was left on the cutting room floor with James.
I've been told, and I'm very proud of this. I've been told today, this is a bit of behind the scenes Rusty Quill stuff, that I have the highest ratio of any recorded Rusty Quill person of good stuff left on cutting room floor versus stuff that's actually included in podcasts. The highest possible ratio.
Fun fact, for our first producer, we had a rule that you didn't know about, which is take any time that you would normally allocate for a recording and triple it as James's minimum. That was a written rule.
I am on the side of the worker, and if I can give him time and a half, then I'm going to do it. Right. So I was doing that, and then you were larger at the time, and we were flatmates, and you were like, oh, I'm doing this gaming podcast thing, and
It'll be middling.
Yeah.
It was the hard sell.
I was promised that it would be adequate, and I was roped in because he wanted some comedians to like pep stuff up, and given it was a 0-minute commute from my bed, I thought, fuck it, I'll give this a go, and so I did, and that's where we are.
So to clarify, that's Sir Bertrand McGuffin.
Oh, sorry, Sir Bertrand McGuffin. Yes! There's the real Sir Bertrand McGuffin in the second row! Yes! Yes! Applaud more! Harder! Better!
Don't miss this.
I stopped doing it after 8 episodes because you got sick of me clearing my nose down the microphone, and also I had a kid, and so got too busy. That's it.
Which is where, Helen, I believe you come in.
Yeah.
That is where I come in.
Woo!
I didn't know Alex before Rusty Quill, so the first time I met you, you were late to buy me cocktails.
I also got your surname wrong because of a Halloween joke. Do you remember that?
I don't!
Oh, yeah, for years on our paperwork, you were spelt Gould like, ooh, because I grabbed it from your Twitter handle and went, oh, that's funny.
Oh no, I probably will have told you that that's how it's pronounced. And that maybe that's
All I can say is it caused actual legitimate problems, because I'm an idiot.
I'm glad that I never knew about it. Anyway, James decided to make the extremely selfish decision of starting a family, and I remain childless.
Like a person of quality.
So, of course, I have stayed with Rusty Quill ever since.
Been over the years.
I've been Azu first, my gorgeous 6'6", pink armored orc, and then I think I played Laverne because I was early in the studio for a Rusty Quill gaming, and you.
That sounds me.
Yeah, you needed some sentences, and I was like, I'll do him, and you're like, okay.
In fairness, you for a while came our go-to for like, Helen, I need someone who sounds good, and that's not me. I need someone who's like, hello, this is a very important message. I can't do that thing. So you
Competent.
That's the word. Thank you.
Yes.
I've got a very calming aura. I can do adverts, and
Scan this QR code for my show reel. Yeah. Okay.
Rusty Quill is a podcast.
You know what? Close enough. Okay, I'm gonna commit the great faux pas of seeing what I've actually been told to cover to make sure I don't go too far off.
Probably worth mentioning after the head of
I
inclusion.
don't like
So
this.
Yeah.
Okay. For the record, I do not trust this panel specifically. Good. This panel has been
I
really
am hurt.
carefully.
I am offended.
This has been very carefully selected to make me as nervous as possible. And that's not a joke. I'm being quite literal here.
I am exceedingly high risk, high reward. That is very much my MO.
So,
Yeah.
what's a memory of yours that stands out over the years, whether positive or negative?
I mean, it's the ham.
You get to tell the story. You bring it up. You explain it.
Is this about something? Is this something you don't know, or?
No, not yet.
No.
Apparently, I'm meant to finish on that in case it causes problem.
Good.
All right. It was very, very hot in your tiny little studio room. And it was also very, very hot outside. And there was a frozen leg of lamb, or maybe it was a ham. There was frozen meat.
Lamb?
There was a frozen meat on the floor to do some kind of convection cooling effect.
Okay. I feel like I should provide some context here. It's a very small room, covered in heavy insulation, closed in a heat wave with the windows and doors because sound, right? Or I needed something cold.
You got a joint of lamb.
I didn't buy it. I found a big joint of ham.
Where did you find it?
meat.
I asked around the neighbors, and someone was like, "Yeah, I got a ham. Why do you need a ham?" And I went, "Can I have your ham, please?"
I didn't even know it wasn't your meat.
I couldn't afford ham. I didn't make
It's a
ham
stranger's
money.
meat.
But also, like, what a thing to like borrow from a neighbour. That's just
Right?
like a cup of sugar, like
Yeah.
some sort of fungible commodity, rather than like, please, may I have a full Sunday
In
roast?
fairness,
Like,
it was, in their words, no good for eating.
Oh, good, because I think I put my feet on it.
Yeah, it's fine. So what I did is I cooled the studio with a rotten ham. That's what glamour looks like.
Foot meat.
It's a solid memory.
Yes.
Rotten ham foot meat.
Yeah. For me, the thing that I always remember really fondly is just dressing up as a cow at Gaming and Giving, but like without telling people like multiple times. So the first one was when we were in like an actual physical venue, and I just got into the onesie like backstage, and only a couple of mods like spotted it, and then was basically on the stage, and yeah, no one really knew. And so I think I had to put my hand on, maybe it was you or Grant. And he just
I remember Grant being absolutely nonplussed. He was like, why are you dressed as a cow?
Yeah.
What is this? I think he said, is this a Magnus thing? And everyone cheered.
Yeah, they did. And he was like, oh, it is. Yeah. So I just like, I like not telling people what I'm going to do and then doing it on the night. Yeah.
You like having enough authority for people to hesitate to tell you no.
Yes.
And no responsibility with it.
Correct. Yes. I've gotten a very good position.
I think they're turning it on and off.
All right, fine. Okay.
Yeah. Yes, that is what an IT
I
position
think you screamed down the mic and they went, nope.
No, I find an experience that you cannot identify with even slightly.
Couldn't
Yeah, okay,
possibly
cool.
say.
All right.
So, yes, there's that.
Being a cow.
Being a cow,
So we've
yeah.
got foot meat and being a cow.
Being a cow, yeah.
Christ. Could you imagine listening to this with no context?
Well, there are people around who have no context for this. So, like,
Foot meat.
yeah.
Foot meat.
Foot meat.
Foot meat. Foot. Do you have anything, James? All just bad memories all the way down.
No, it's all good. You had, when you were living with me, you would periodically get like a whole chocolate trifle and eat it yourself with a spoon.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. So, okay. Things that you should know. I was quick at what I call grocery maths, which is how many calories can I squeeze per penny? And it turned out that at the time, they have changed the recipe, I'm afraid. The maximum amount of calories you could get from our local groceries, which I think was at Tesco,
Little mini Tesco.
was a family-sized chocolate trifle. So I would have that for lunch and dinner every day. Sorry, a separate trifle for lunch and a separate trifle for dinner. I'm
Two
not
trifles.
Oh.
Like some sort of inverse Slim Fast plan.
It worked really well. I gained no weight and only problems. I've been told I can't do that anymore. I'll have
No, you
know.
can't because you
AIDS
just admitted
catches
type
us
3
all.
diabetes. Like, that's not a thing you can do. It's a really bad idea.
Thing is you start on type 3, but I'm a competitive guy. I can get to type 1.
Yeah.
I reckon if I really dig
Wait, like
in.
it's a podium thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. I think you'd have to like retcon it genetically in order to make that happen. That's my understanding of diabetes. But
Shame.
all right.
All right, okay, so...
Yeah.
God, core memories for me. It's basically a non-memorable blur, isn't it?
Yep.
I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say the thing.
Do it.
This is at James's expense.
Okay.
Ooh.
Now, as stated, there's a lot of James's material on the cutting room floor, and that's because James, especially when doing characters, has a very specific MO, which is hilarious in non-recorded live venues, which is you do really good impressions of terrible people.
Yeah.
That are really good sound bites that can be taken entirely out of context and make you the actual devil.
Yes. This is.
Just, yeah.
It's important to recognize that any character that I play is absolutely 100% real and completely my opinions.
Stop. This is exactly...
Yeah.
Exactly the legal liability that becomes the problem.
Yep.
And it was getting James onto Magnus. Because I've worked with James for a long time and gone, right, James, this is really, really important, okay? You're going to be a bit of a conspiracy nut as this character. There are material limits to what you can say. And it's like, yep. It's this specific ethnicity's fault, James.
Look, if you look at the underlying reality of like the habits of conspiracy theories, if you unpick all of them, it ends up with anti-Semitism. This is why conspiracy
is
theories are
true.
bad.
But you
right?
don't open with that in the fiction podcast.
Add 30 seconds, Alex. How quickly do you want me to escalate?
There was a lot on that cutting room floor of very funny, never to be repeated content.
For anyone who is concerned, I am descended from the Holocaust victims, just in case anyone was worried about that at this point.
You see that? You see that context? That's what you don't get when it's a recorded medium that's edited.
Yeah. I love it. I want people to take everything I say out of context. Do it immediately. Spread it around. I dare you. Go on. Bring it.
Why?
Please do
Why?
not.
I can't.
I love all attention. Good attention, bad attention, whatever. Rub it right in my gums. Fuck it.
I cannot remember why we didn't bring you on panels, James. I cannot quite place. It's weird. I'm getting a text from legal. It just says, "Oh no." It's really weird.
The best bit there is that Alex is legal, so like.
Testing himself.
I was told that I might occasionally need to escalate things because, quote, get over yourself. Okay, I have been given the next stage on this extravaganza of real tension at my end, which is we were all required to bring something in as a somewhat show and tell. And I've been told, for reasons beyond my understanding, to get competitive with it, so I did.
Yep.
I believe all of you have been requested to bring something for show and tell and explanation. First things first, let's throw people under the bus. Who didn't? Oh no, Martin's fine.
I did.
Helen, did you?
I did.
James.
I'll do bits in my bag.
So that's a no. The liabilities continue. All right, mine. You're up. Show and or tell. Ideally both, otherwise this panel's going to run real quick.
Okay, good. So what I did do was bring a fake item to pretend that it was going to be something that was going to show, but it's going to not be that. What it's going to be is people from the fandom might recognize. They might recognize what this is. Yeah. James, do you want to read them out?
Ceaseless watcher, turn your gaze upon this wretched thing.
That's it. Yes. Yeah.
I was lied to.
You were lied to.
I was given a decoy item.
You were.
I fully thought I was about to see your bare genitalia.
I know, right?
I honestly
I
thought
know.
that was a real risk. I hate this panel. I don't like that it's at my expense.
So,
It's still there.
yeah.
It's so white, Martin.
What is?
You!
Just all of me.
So pale.
I went to Brazil and back and did not pick up a tan.
Okay, so for our what's your show and tell from the history of RQ? It's your own ass.
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
Don't encourage this.
Woo! It's a historically and culturally significant ass, Alex. Give the people what they want.
Exactly.
Both cheeks.
How am I now?
Yes.
I am now missing the cow costume. That's what you've done. Right.
Yeah. That was that was a little bit of what you might call foreshadowing, Alex.
All right, we're here. So, Helen, what part of you are you going to rip off, apparently? Christ.
Don't worry, this is in customary fashion. I've gone quite wholesome with it, and I brought your disco ball.
Wow.
Hey.
Nice.
And I brought it because this is my memory of what I might call the big move, which is
the
where,
big move.
yeah, you left the studio that we'd done all of Rusty Quill gaming in, and you pissed off and you went to Manchester and left me behind. And I kept your disco ball because you wanted to get rid of as much stuff as you can. And I still haven't put it up in my flat. It's just been on a shelf, but yeah, I brought it.
Woo! For context, worth saying that we recorded fairly significant amount of Magnus underneath disco balls.
Yeah. I don't know if it was this one.
I think it may have been used at one point.
Oh, is this originally yours?
That
No,
isn't
no.
the disco ball. That's a disco. We didn't have one disco ball for recordings, Helen. I might not have had a bet, but I had more than one disco ball.
Are you talking about the decoy item?
Yes.
This was the light that we used to record when we were in my flat.
So Martin thought it'd be hilarious to replace all of the recording lights with multicolored, like
Disco
flashing, spinning lights. So almost all of the Gertrude stuff was recorded basically underneath.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, it's like, this was a terrible thing that happened. You were not helpful.
No.
But I was using your space for free and then ruined it. So, you get a free pass.
I thought about bringing the bill that I was charged when I left my flat due to the tape marks that were on the wall.
Look, I needed to put up so a standard recording in Martin's flat was get up at this is not exaggeration.
No.
Get up at 4 a.m., get packed, get set, get there, set up from 6 till 8:30 in his flat, in a corridor, just a random council flat corridor, set it up, record till 6 p.m., take down till 7:30 p.m., get that then across, and this is all solo, to get back for 11 p.m., at which point I would start my night job where I would work till 6 a.m.
10:30 at night till 6:30 in the morning. 7 nights on, 7 nights off.
Yeah.
Who got me that job, James?
Yeah, it is me.
You know what?
I got that job.
I'm going to do something I haven't done publicly before, James. Thank you for getting me that job.
Oh, you're welcome.
My ability to be off 1 week out of every 2 is the reason any of this happened.
Yeah.
Even if it is the job that, fun fact, is so horrible, it's now the actual basis for the OIAR.
Yeah.
That is the job that Johnny and I met in.
100%.
Yeah, I got
Basically
Johnny that
doing
job as
that.
well.
My job was to go through every single financial publication every night and see what shouldn't be there, quote unquote. It's really easy when you're writing non-fiction. But yeah, disco balls, fair enough.
Yay!
So what didn't you bring, James?
So what I didn't bring was some fan art, and because I've just been really touched by. So this is a piece of the specific bit that I've got is a bit that Rusty Quill fans brought along to a benefit gig that I was doing like last year. I was just doing like a nice little co-preview as a benefit for Extinction Rebellion with wonderful Sophie Duca, who's fucking great. Go and check out her stuff. I don't know why I'm plugging Sophie Duca. She's won Taskmaster. She's way more famous than I am. Like,
You're so generous, James.
why? Where's she plugging me, bitch? So she's genuinely lovely and very, very funny. Go and check her stuff.
And my finger is compulsively moving to edit in real time, and I can't. There's nothing to hear.
Yeah, but so some people, these 3 people came in and they'd done this fucking lovely fan art of Sir Bertrand, and like it's all lovely and it's framed on my wall. And this is like 7 years after I stopped doing the podcast, and I've just always been really, really touched whenever I've done like a silly little online thing or I've done a benefit gig, like with people. I always get, to this day, I get a dribble of people who come in to see my regular show, come in to see a preview, come and see me in Edinburgh, and just the Rusty Quill fan base is just fucking lovely people. The largest single source of nice people coming to my show.
100%.
And I'm just incredibly grateful for that. And that was
Never heard James say anything so nice, so you should all feel very, very proud of yourself.
Yeah.
I'm really annoyed that I played to win on Show and Tell.
Yes.
And I don't think I'm going to. And I think, I don't like losing, Martin. That's really heavy.
Yeah, no. And you brought the plug as well.
And really fucking inconvenient, pardon my language.
I've been wearing these all day.
So I brought with me something that this has been sealed now for 7 years and unopened.
Other people say.
Is it the asbestos from your second flat?
Fun fact, I'm going to open this away from you. Now, what this is here's some context. There's some deep lore from RQ that some people know, which is when Magnus Archives was started, I was homeless. I recorded the first things because there'd been a massive asbestos hazard that not James, a very bad landlord had created, and so we were homeless for a while, and that's when Magnus launched. What people don't know is that